There we go. Now we got audio. Just waiting for the upload. Waiting for the video to upload. Waiting for the video to upload. Video uploaded. Thank you for your wait. Let's get started with the show. All right, let's do this. Hold on, sorry. Kind of just chilling. Hey, I don't even have the. There you go. I don't even have my lights set up. Hey, I just got done doing. I had to go last today doing stand up, so I had to wait till the very end of the show, and then because I didn't mean to not want to do stand up. God, I don't like this lighting. It's horrible. Hold on. There we go. That's better. A little darker. I put everything out back a little bit. Pushed it so everything's kind of outside. Kind of doing some cleaning, getting the house renovated, fixing the whole lawn today. Got home from work early and just cleaned the whole lawn. I know, right? Hashtag. Thank you, brother. I know. That's why I got homemade brownie here. I got some homemade brownie. Look at this. Celebrating. I don't even know if celebrate or not. It's just a keep going day. I mean nothing but sugar lately. Oh well. Shout out Josh and thank you for all your help. I mean, he's been the biggest fan of the show. Supports me. I'll support him when I can. But notice he's been promoting the show, so thank you. Kind of keeping it real. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. I keep showing up, you keep showing up. So kind of like stand up tonight. I really didn't want to go because I ended up like I got home from work early, and we went. Well, my mother-in-law's in town, so we went to do the yard, and we cleaned all the backyard, all the front yard, all the side yard. But it was like 110 degrees, or it was like 100, like 99, but it was hot, so it like drained me, and I went to bed right before stand up, and when I woke up, stand up already started. So I had to go number one, so I get out the way, so I get over here and get everything ready. But I've been all groggy. So I woke up and I went to the stand up, and I was like, there's 7 people before left, so I just stayed, supported them, and I did what I could, and I went up there and had a good time. It's something I like doing now. So now for sure Mondays I program myself to do every Monday to do stand up, and I did stand up on Wednesday, and man, it was good. I'm gonna see if I could figure out how to do it this Wednesday. But I'm gonna try to do stand up twice a week now, if I can, because it's starting to be something I enjoy doing and something I'm liking. Come on, if let's do some quick math real quick. Let's ask our AI. Let's ask Carter. The game annoyed me. Sorry, guys. All right, let's see. Let's ask Carter. How many Mondays have . 'Cause, 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 ' All right, let's see what he says. Oh yeah, I'm still analyzing. I mean, Google will search. Come on, I could have Google searched this already. What's taking you so long? Anyway, I don't have any space on any of my hard drives. 38 Mondays have passed so far this year. 38. So that's 38 attempts at stand-up comedy. Wow. So last week was 37. Oh man, that would have been relevant if I would have known. But 38 Monday. Well, technically I missed 2 Mondays, so I'm actually at 36. So next time I go up on stage will be my 37th attempt. But just keep going. I'm getting more comfortable on there. Couldn't tell if I bombed tonight or not. I had laughs. There's a tree in my way from an audience member that was in my set, so I had to kind of go around it. But it was good. Even the way Jimmy, the host, closed out my set was funny. I love that he picked something funny out of my set. Hmm. Since basketball ended, I have not been taking care of myself. I've been eating healthy but junk at the same time. Sometimes way more junk. Ah, but let's talk about what I said about the quote, the motivational quote, because it's just I don't have anything special. Today I don't have anything like really to be like, hey, look what we're talking about. Like it's a go day. It's a I gotta hurry up and go because it's time for me to keep moving. I got a lot of things moving. I got a lot of working parts, and then the hard part of my job is about to start, and that's gonna be in October, November, December. So this is when it gets really ramped up, and I wasn't able to actually secure anything else. So I'm going into it. So we're gonna go through it together. And if I do the math right, been 38 Mondays, and then we have what 52 weeks a year. So we're looking at what 14 more weeks. Is that right? No way. Let's find out. Wait. Oh, I forgot. I turned that off. How many weeks till the end of the year? 15. Wow. Wow. See how fast that goes? I feel better in the fall. I enjoy like we have it all set up. I'm already gonna start putting up Halloween decorations and really get going in September because it's like extended Halloween, October, September. That's the way we see it in my house. Um, yeah, but 15 weeks is gonna go by fast. So that's what I mean. Like we've done a what 31 day. What is that? That was 8 weeks, right? We did 8 weeks. So we have 15, so that's doubled. So in order to go through this hell, we're gonna look at it as we have 15 Mondays, 15 Tuesdays, 15 Wednesdays, 15 Thursdays, 15 Fridays, 15 Saturdays, 15 Sundays. And that's 1 week. And then we're gonna do it again. And we're gonna do it till the end of the year. At the end of the year, we're gonna be hopefully alive in one piece. We're gonna go through this hell, and then we're gonna better ourselves next year for 2025. But we still got things to do now, since we still have there's a lot of bark on the or tree on the bite or whatnot. I kind of want to just finance a camera and just start recording because I do have a lot of little scripts and ideas I need to get out and want to do. Um, I I'm looking at it as a countdown, right? We got 15 weeks left. So we know what to do with 8 weeks. We know we can stream for 8 weeks. We know I know I can do comedy for 8 weeks. If I could do comedy every night, I would. If I could do it every night, I would. I've been watching the Dark Knight trilogy this month. Both Heath Ledger killed Joker. Oh boy, Heath Ledger killed Joker. I remember seeing it in the theaters. What time to be alive? 15 weeks till the Amazons take over. I know, right? Man, I remember watching The Dark Knight. I, you know, yeah, it's a badass movie. I like Batman Begins too. Like I like all of them actually. The Christopher Nolan series is awesome. It's awesome. It's badass. Like just everything from that. from that whole, let's see, that trilogy. Yeah, I've been I'm about to watch Dexter because I've been writing some kind of like, I guess a serial killer, I guess like a psychopath thriller, and like we put it on, and the first thing that pops up is the sequel to the Joker with Lady Gaga. Is it gonna be cringe? About to find out. We about to find out. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I gotta do. Sorry, I gotta do something. Like I said, I did not plan to knock out. I was planning on. I was planning on actually. Here we go. Got more time. I was actually planning on doing everything like a regular Monday, but I wasn't planning on working on the Sun all afternoon. But the Dark Knight, man, that movie is awesome. But I hope this. I don't know. I'm not. I don't know if I'm gonna watch the new Joker in the theater. It's. I don't know. We'll see. Damn, 2008. God, you know what? I do not know the timeline for these movies. Is the Batman Begins in 2005? I do not know. I need to memorize this. I didn't realize how like important Batman has been to my life. Look at that trailer.
This city deserves a better class of criminal. And I'm gonna give it to him.
Out of the darkness comes the night.
Perhaps you should read the instructions first.
No! The Dark Knight. Look for it on Blu-ray and DVD.
Well, they did give Harvey Dent a they did give him a little more backstory than usual. The Dark Knight 2008 PG-13, 2 hours 32 minutes. It does not feel like 2 hours at all. Action epic superhero. Wow, this is its own thing. This is a 9 on the IMDb. Wow, wowzers. This has a 9. It's gone down 110, but it's got a 9 as a rating. That's high at a 2.9 million. When a menace known as the Joker wreaks havoc and chaos on the people of Gotham, Batman, James Gordon, and Harvey Dent must work together to put an end to the madness. Director Christopher Nolan, writers Jonathan Nolan, Christopher Nolan, David S. Goyer, stars Christian Bale, Heath Ledger, and Aaron Eckhart. Oh yeah, this movie's awesome. Let's go down through look at all the posters. Why so serious? You want to know how I got these scars? God, I think that was funny when South Park was making fun of like everybody dressed like the Joker, because I noticed that. I was like, dude, this is crazy. Everybody's the Joker. Hey, hit me. God, he does do a crazy job. I mean, yeah, just the beginning. Yeah, this whole beginning scene is just amazing. You know, I love what Alfred shares with Mr. Wayne. Heath was a killer. I know. What's up, Kevin? Thank you for joining us this evening. This night, I guess. Number 100. Just kind of talking, ranting. You guys are showing up. This is cool. Let's talk movies. What do you call it? I've been taking stand-up like a little bit more serious. And when I say serious, I mean I've been thinking about it a lot. And I've listened to Joe. I was listening to Joe Coy, his last stand-up. It was I liked it. It was enjoyable. He's always a big hit. I have noticing now that I'm a comedian performer, stand-up performer. I'm listening to other comedians different now. Not so much as a fan, but more as a like, oh, how did they do this? How like more as a like a, not mentor, just as a advocate, or I don't know, just someone to be like, oh, that's great, that's funny, that's clever. You know, before I just be like, oh my god, that made me laugh, or I can't believe, like I laugh because I'm like, I can't believe you said that. Like that cracks me up. But when you're clever, I really like stand up when it's clever. So trying to work on my stuff. But yeah, going up at least 36 times, 38 times this year. Well, you know what? I went Wednesday, so yeah, technically I'm at 37 times already. This year I've done stand up 37 times. Wow, it goes by. And in 2 years, let's say I do the same for, let's say I hit I hit 45, and in 2 years that's 90 attempts. God, this is hard. Yeah, I'm learning to find my voice though. I like that. I'm learning that I get more laughs when I'm myself, or laugh about myself, or when I say a joke that's more about me, more about laughing about me, or just stupid things I notice about life. Um, yeah, spend time. Even like today, like spend time with the kiddo, having fun with him. He's goofy. He's real goofy, but he's getting kind of mean. Comedy is the hardest art form. It is. It is. Out of all the mediums I do, or the ones I really like focus on, um, the movie stuff, the writing, the storyboarding, the drawing, the just doing this, setting up, streaming, podcasting. That's nothing compared to open mic. I mean, stand-up comedy is by far it's hard. It's hard. It's so hard. It's a challenge for me. I think that's why I'm really liking it. I'm happy I saved it till I matured and I could respect the art form more. And back then when I was like using, or even when I was just drinking, like I don't think I could have focused enough or really want to. I'm noticing that I'll share this with everybody mental health wise. I'm noticing that the fact that I haven't been drinking for the last 15 months now is like I feel like my brain's healing, and I'm starting to like remember things easily. But I'm starting to remember things from the past that I suppressed, and it's kind of like I'm going through it again. So, but as an adult, and I've trained myself to not let my emotions get run. Where I have little outlets now to do things, so I don't get upset. I'm not pissed off. I'm not like yelling, or I'm not over passionate, or I'm not beating myself up. So I'll say this: the not drinking has helps out a lot. I don't, it's so easy for me. I want to do it so bad, but just the fact that everything that is ever done for me is horrible, and it leads to other things, and other things are bad. It's in my act. I've been talking about drinking a lot and how how alcohol is a gateway drug, not marijuana, because the ganja is healthy, I believe, and the alcohol is not. Because what happens when you drink? You get I mean people get it, they get adrenaline, it changes you. Your thinking goes you're impaired, and then you can get a little bit more violent, you get a little bit more brave, and you act on impulse. When you're baked, you're just at home in your shed doing a podcast, talking about streaming about what else is new, what else is out there, stuff like that. Like it's like you eat, you have fun, it's crazy. Texas is has a just a different world over here in a way where some people just got one control, they don't want to give it up, and I don't understand, but whatever. But I'm able to be here and talk about my emotions and my issues, and feel good about myself, and that's what I like being able to just be free and say whatever the hell I want to say. Pot has helped me get past my issues. Alcohol would have burned me. Yeah, dude, definitely. Thank you, Kevin. Thanks for sharing that, man. Yeah, alcohol is like it's so destructive. Like I've once had like 15 like drinks, and that led me to eat like 30 cheeseburgers, and that left me to a problem equation of the plus 45, and that's why I was gaining 45 pounds every time I went out. But then when you smoke or chill, like I don't eat 15 cheeseburgers. What I do is I eat a 15-pound cheeseburger. I eat one cheeseburger until I get tired of it. Oh, 110 goy. 77 over here. Dude, it's beautiful. So I don't know what part of South Carolina you are, JR, but I've been to North Carolina, South Carolina. That's 19 years ago. But I got to go to Myrtle Beach. I really like that. That was pretty. That was during the motorcycle rally. I was all walking in there all goofy. Hey guys, what's going on? Y'all want to drink? Hell yeah! I was like, oh shit, everybody here's drinking. What do you call it? We had yeah, I like South Carolina a lot. I liked it more than North Carolina. North Carolina was a little bit more like grassy or greenery a little bit, but the South Carolina had the cool beach and stuff. So 82 degrees, Detroit. Dude, that was a good year. 82, Detroit. Oh no, That's nice. Yeah, now we're hot over here. I don't know what we are. Let's find out. I said 110 earlier, but I don't think it was actually that hot today. Let's see. Right now, according to this cellular telephone. Nah, see, I'm 83 right now, but my high was 97 today. But it's so the average is going to be between 94 and 95 this week. Not bad. It's got a little breeze. But yeah, man, I'm in Central Texas though. It's like misleading. It's very misleading. And one of the comedians brought that up the other day. He said that it was people come and visit during the good time where it's like 82 degrees, 83, and then they come and they try to stay for the summer and they're like, "What is this?" Yeah, that's usually how it is. Oh man, oh yeah, so I started doing I started being more up about fantasy football. It's kind of funny, like I didn't realize it until I was writing in my jokes, and I was like, I've been talking about gambling and I'm an addict. Like I don't think I've noticed that I'm like, oh, I'm not supposed to be doing that, but I've been doing it within reason. But I did get called out this past weekend, so I got to calm it down because I was I wasn't really like I was aiming for swinging for the fences, and I didn't really feel like just playing because I also do fantasy football, so I'd rather just do that. But oh no, but I was like, just noticing I was just playing a lot, just putting more time into that, so I need to stop that. So I'm gonna just do a little bit here and there, maybe do bigger bets, just smaller parlays or something. But it's I still do it because it helps me kind of get that itch, that impulse. I still have them. I still have urges. I still have all that stuff. Just I'm not drinking. I'm not using. So I got to find other things to do. So art's a good way to do things. Stand up comedy. They're like, somebody told me the other day. I go, yeah, I turned 40, so I feel like I have to start doing comedy because I'm, the wick burning. And he goes, yeah, better you do that than become a serial killer. And I was just laughing because I was like, well, I want to write a story about a serial killer. 20 minutes out of Colombia. Pot is great, but makes me super lazy. I want to say it acts differently on me in my 30s versus my 20s and teens. Man, I hear when they say that it takes away pain, like joint pain, takes away just or the body aches. And as I'm 40 now, I'll say that I feel them more now once I stop drinking. So I'm like, why'd I quit drinking? Because I was always stumbling to shit, huh? If I couldn't feel it. No, I'm joking. I do feel that. But no, I think I think I don't know how I'd feel without the CBD or without the THC. Because I think it does take away the pain for me. But I'm actively doing something. I'm like I said, we garden at my house. I'm stretching. I'm learning to be more flexible. My son wants to learn to do the splits, so I want to teach him. Or I'm trying to I'm not gonna try it without damaging myself, but try to be more limber. It's just I was actually thinking about that on the way over here. Like, what do I want my Super Saiyan older man to be? Where am I aspiring to be? And I'm like, man, I really want to try to get that Mel Gibson, but God, it's hard. And he started younger, so I gotta I'd have to do so many things to be like Mel, like where he's at like 78 or let's see how old is Mel Gibson. But he looks good for his age, and he's still like thick, Let's see. How old is Mel Gibson? What? 68. Well, all right, cool. I was like way off. I was 10 years, but he's 68. What was I gonna look at? Sorry. Make sure. All right. No, he's 68. So I'm 54, and weed keeps the pain away, and it makes me take naps. Yeah, but you know what? Since my son was born, I programmed myself to take naps with him, and then he'd stop taking them. Right? He'd stop doing that, but I didn't stop taking them, and I actually feel better about myself when I wake up from my nap. But I wake up in the morning. Like I go to bed at midnight. I'm up at like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. But I wake up, I'm like there. I'm like here. But when I when I wake up from a nap, I'm like, leave me alone, everybody. What? That's why I don't know. I feel like that. I don't know why I'm like that. Been like that since I was like a kid, I guess. I don't know. I was, but I didn't really take naps. I didn't take naps in my 20s at all. I'm not gonna lie. I never napped in my 20s. Didn't know what it was. Started napping in my mid 30s because I had my son. So, but I like it. I feel better. I feel rested. And even like today when I took a nap before stand up, I missed stand up the first part, but I usually like being an opener, but I missed it. So now the closer today. So I enjoyed it. But I'll say this: I get punked a lot because I will smoke and I'll fall asleep. And it's like, oh, because you're smoking that in the couch. And I'll say, yeah, maybe I'm supposed to be asleep. Maybe I'm supposed to lay down. Maybe I'm supposed to be doing this. Maybe I'm supposed to be. I don't question too many things anymore. I mean, I question things, but I don't really like other things. Like, all right, that is what it is. It is what it is. Also, it keeps me home. I was being from the standard background, broken home background. I was never home, and now I have a home. So I am learning to stay home and work through things. I mean, I have a great home. I have a great, like, this is easy for me. Like, I do have time to just focus on one thing, like this show, and blow it up and make it great. And I haven't really just. I'm just kind of going with the stand up right now. It's just been really my focus because I mean I like making people laugh. I like looking at somebody. I'm getting it. It's weaving in my head. Like it's finding me. I'm like, oh, that's what I feel like I've been doing a dojo and now I'm like, oh, I do better at stand-up comedy when I have people in the audience. So I need to get good enough so people come see me, so I can have an audience and have someone to talk to. Because few people alone in here doing this every time, it builds. I somewhat have in my head as a comedian now. When I go up there, I feel like I'm doing this, but I'm pretending you're in front of me. So sometimes I'll pretend Kevin's there, Jared's there, Brian's there. I'll pretend, like, oh, that's this person, or it's like, how would I talk to you? How would I address you? So I'm kind of doing like a hybrid crossover thing, because looking at people naked in the audience it gets hard. They always say, I don't know why they say that, look at the audience naked. I'm like, no, that's like takes a lot of concentration, and then that's what your bit would be about. So, but no, I think striving for what you want to be, striving what you want to do. Also, I have to show my son. I'm doing all this, as I'm not. I don't seem like a desperate person because I do work, and I'm not trying to like sell everything out, and I'm trying to figure out how this works, right? Because my son, I feel, is a natural at this. He's going to be some kind of entertainer, some kind of TV host, some kind of something. He's programmed. We don't watch too much YouTube. Now it's in his blood, so I know he's going to do something like that. So I would like to just kind of have second generation knowledge, so we're not just kind of losing our timeline here, and that way, I can have something to share with him when he's older. And also, if I have grandkids, let's see, where this goes. By then, everything will probably be so boarded up and sensitive. I'll have to show you these from my my lawn at home, But we'll see. We got to 100 episodes. I don't even know how the hell I got here. Like I said, I don't know if I'm supposed to be celebrating with chocolate and eating cake, but I am eating little brownie balls. A little club soda, mineral water. I'm slowly cutting off the treats, but not slow enough, because I can already feel my workout starting. And just finding out today that 15 weeks is already to the end of the year. God. Oh my gosh. There's going to be a lot. There's a lot of things to do. But I do have a good support system. I do have y'all. And I enjoy doing this. You gotta understand, I feel this is such an interactive vlog that I wish I had more to report half the time I do this, but it's like I have stuff to report. I am doing stuff every week, and every week I am doing something, but like my computer is telling me I am out of memory, so everything locks up. I was able to clear up 540 gigs off my laptop, but I need to reboot it, and I haven't been able to do that. But I'm scared to lose a lot of these files, but I'm like, I'm not even able to go back and look at them. Maybe I should just be putting them on YouTube in private videos, or maybe I should just kind of give in. But I always like to have a hard copy of it, because you never know. I was talking to somebody the other day, and imagine your whole life is on like YouTube or whatever online, and you don't save anything hardware or into your Google Drive, and then what ends up happening is you get canceled and they just take all your stuff down and they delete it all. There goes, like, 10 years, 11 years, 14 years. You can't, if you started doing it at 10 and you do it to 24, it's 14 years, right? But that's 14 years that, let's say you have a kid at 24, you could show them how you got to where you're at. But also too, it'd be easier for you, because I asked my parents for stuff and they never answer the question. So I would just kind of be like, oh, at least I know where my family tree lineage is or how it looks. Or they're like, I don't have a family tree, I have a family bush, we grow like this. So yeah, patience has always been virtue, but also you have to show up and you have to strike out. My God, one time there's a girl I liked, I'll never forget her. And she just didn't give me a chance. And I really tried to win her over. And I was 21, so I'm already out of high school. And she's 21. And I moved to Austin. I've been in Austin, and I'm like, man, I really like this girl. I think we could do this. And she didn't like that I didn't have any confidence. So you have no confidence. And she told me something, and man, it's stuck in my head. And I was able to use this with dating, but also put this into other parts of my life, and it works. And she said, you can't strike out if you don't swing. If you never swing, you'll never know. And she goes, you like me, and you if you like me. If you're not gonna like me, then we're just gonna wonder. I don't want that. I want somebody to like me. She had a stereotype of a guy that she liked, and I was like, I'm not that, but I can be myself, and it's as good as that or better. And but just I would never have got to that point if I didn't at least attempt that much, at least scratch the surface that much. So you have to at least go that far to at least get something from life. And she was never mean. She was actually, I liked her because she was a nice girl. And after going through a breakup and getting my heart broken, I think going starting to date, trying to, in baseball analogies, trying to butt into that relationship. She was like, no, try to swing me out of here, let's do a home run. And I wasn't really swinging, but that's true. You can't say that you ever, even if you go up against a pitcher, I don't know, I don't watch baseball, but Randy Johnson, the big unit when I was growing up, was a huge, always on the TV. And if you went to high school against that guy and he struck you out and you swung, it's a story, right? I got struck out by Randy Johnson. But if you were to get a home run off him, or you got a triple or got on base, you always have that story. I didn't go pro, but I got that. And you won't get that unless you strike out. If you don't try, you won't know. You got to get that grit. You got to get that taste, and it tastes like it tastes like shh. But you got to do it. You got to know what it feels like. You got to know what the grit is. You got to know what the we got something here. We gotta reel it in. Jared's on there. He said, I started a new journey myself, walking this month, Sunday to Thursday, 5 days on 2 days off. This technically is the third week. I'm slowly feeling better after a couple of bad years. Oh! Episode 100. Look at that. We have to get here to crack this. Thank you. Look at that. Look at that. Starting a walking journey. Dude, do it. Just that's why what's my joke? That's what Nike's like, just do it. They go to their country stop complaining, do it, just do it. Ooh, horrible joke. Or is it? That's great. Awesome. We say not yet going far yet, working on consistency. Yeah, that's all it is. It's a remember, it's a band. Your muscles are a band. So you got to get them back into motion, and then you stretch them and you bring them back, and then before you know it, it starts turning on its own thing. And then the weight itself is just storage. You've stored a lot of weight. It's like finding the right storage you got to store. And then it's a habit breaking. It's a bunch of crap. I can tell you if you need it, but just off the the grand scale, the broad, that's the way I look at it. It's they say calories in, calories out. I see it more as what's real food and what's not. Am I eating I've been eating a bunch of crap. Is it organic and made at home, but still sugar, and it's hard. I don't blame anybody for being addicted to candy or sugar or teas or lemonade. It's just so good. It's so good. Yeah, way to go. I know, right, Kevin? Dude, cheers, brother. We'll drink to that. Dude, I can't chug the sparkling mineral water. A little bar. It'll come right back. Stupid. Huh. Well, that's good, brother. That's good, man. That's you got a progress report now. Now every time I show up, you guys show up and see how you're feeling about it because it's gonna do wonders for you, man. And if you need support, we're here for you. And yeah, there you go, man. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it a lot. Yeah, we're here for you, man. You come over here on Mondays. Got the shop. Basically, it's the only night I got the shop right now opening. So come into the shop. We hang out. We talk movies. We support each other. We motivate each other. That's what we do, man. I've done. Look, I didn't realize that all. Excuse me. Here's the. And for the record, I do not know how to burp. That's just the gas coming out on its own. Something I didn't have a dad to show me how to burp. Now playing. I did it, but it's just like funny. Anyways, I've been through a lot of support groups. I've been to a lot of like men's health. I grew up reading a lot of Men's Health, the magazine. Like I've been to Al-Anon meetings, AAs. Also been to support groups. I guess I was on this journey just trying to figure out how to fix myself so I can try to, in essence, help my family members. But you can only fix yourself. At the end of the day, it's all up to you. It all falls on you. What you can do is find other like-minded individuals that are going through something similar or just want to kind of experience something new and be like, hey, we get each other. I get we're on the same. We're all like, time to me is the most relevant and most irrelevant thing right now going on. If we didn't age, I really wouldn't think time passed like as it does. But I think because now you can create your own thing. Like we could literally pretend like this is a like a support group here on Monday nights for people who struggle with mental health and with movies, and we got to find the good movies. We got to go forward too. We need to make. CJ is here to make future movies as well because that's what I'm writing. I'm learning how to write something better. Comic book writing is something I'm getting much better at. I'm treating it like a storyboard, which I don't. I had a talk with Mike Zapsik, and he gave me some good advice on that. And he reads a lot of comics, and he owns, he's from a comic book man. He's down there in Red Bank, New Jersey. Go check him out. Go check out Jay and Simon, Bob, the shop. It's awesome. It's like a real place. I want that. I want My Manic Movies, the place. So we got to start small. But if it has to go through this and we're going to help each other out, we're going to do that. Because I've been up here 100 times and I haven't had an interview in a minute. I reached out to some people and they haven't really got any bites, but I've had other people reach out to me and I'm like, all right, let me bring them something. I've had a artist reach out to me tons of times to promote their music, and I have to, and I'm just like, when am I gonna make the time? I'm like, well, let me, I'm doing the hybrid thing. I'm doing the 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I need to think about storage. My memory, my garage is full of crap. So today I took a big chunk out, so I feel good about that. Like we were cleaning, and I took a big. I'm just gonna take this part and make sure this part never comes back. And we cleaned it out, so we're getting all the garage going. And I want my wife to be happy. I want her to have a nice home. I want her, to be able to be at least content with me, So I want her to be. She's a good, she's a good person. So I want her to be, okay. And when I say okay, I mean I'm not gonna do everything for her, but things that I can do, the things I know I can. So I did make a little money and I spent it on the house, and I did make a little bit of money here and I spent it on the house. So I don't feel bad because it's an investment for both of us. It's also for our child. But when you start seeing the house come together, you're like, oh, okay, this is what she sees. I see what she wants. I feel like I'm not Mr. Mom. Oh, Multiplicity. When he talks to himself and he goes, it's because she says you don't finish things. And I'm like, yeah, I've been doing that all this whole time for like 2. I don't know what's going on. I'm like an interdimensional time traveler. I can teleport, I can fly, but I don't understand how to really do half this stuff. Taught myself skills that I don't really know that they lead to anything other than imagination. But I think that's where we're living now, in the world of imagination. But but seeing things like in my house change, and I want to have this home like really nice by the end of the week, just so I know that when October comes here, we can do more of this. I want to spend more time at night and the house being clean and being fixed and having all the renovations done will lead to more time. So in essence, don't know what I'm saying now. I'm just kind of complaining. because I had fun, but God, I was exhausted today cleaning all that stuff out. But I wanna make my garage a more, because I have a lot of stuff I can put in show, and I want to kind of divide half of it and make it into something cool. And plus I have a handyman now, so a lot of things that I can't do, he can help me do, or he can do it himself, so I don't have to like beat myself up. I've had to let my pride go on that. As much as I enjoy doing my own renovations, my own jobs, I have to let that go and let my handyman do that stuff, because one, he's professional, and two, like, it's just, for what? Save? I mean, I've done stuff where I've saved thousands of dollars, yes, but there's some stuff here it's a couple $100. Like, got the TV mounted on the fireplace, $130. It's like, and it's perfectly mounted, and it comes out and it swivels, and and we got the mount was $99 on sale, 74% off. Got it for like $30. So it's like, for $160, like, just gotta, like, I'm like, I gotta let that go, because that's, to me, is close to $200. I'd rather do it myself, but no sweat, no nothing. So I'm learning to do other things. So, like, also, people reached out to me about like doing illustrations for things for me, and I'm like, okay, I don't mind. That's what I want. Just we're getting the ball rolling. The ball's been moving. It's just moving really small, right? So I noticed that it's like playing a video game, and we're on level 1, and we're into level 2, level 3. But I've been playing it on the lowest setting. I want to challenge myself more, because we're just looping, right, every year. So I want to step it up more, and challenge myself more. So, it's I want to see change in me, and I would like to hope that inspires you guys to do what you want to do. That's what, I didn't know this is fun for me. I like this. We're at 100 episodes, and there's 3 people watching, and I know 2 for sure, 3, and I might know the third person, but I think this is awesome. I think it's good to talk about not just feelings, but talk about where you're at mentally, like, or how you feel about things. How I was like, God, I don't know if I'm doing this right. Because I started streaming because I felt trapped, and I felt like I couldn't do anything. And then I would start being real with myself, like, really, what could you do if someone were to offer you 100 grand? What can you do with that money, and what would they give it to you? And then I was like, oh shit. So then I started making these fake scenarios to figure out how to solve them, and then I realized that's double work. Let's just relax, and let's just do what we can do. We can stream. All right, let's go from streaming. Let's spin a little web. What's gonna happen? We're gonna meet people. Oh, okay. This is like the new VR. This is the new augmented reality. This is it. We're here. So I'm learning to navigate through this thing, because I would never figure this out. I've never started doing conventions. I've been thinking about a lot of conventions lately, and then I love them, but like, it's like, I want to be on the other side, and I don't want to be a fanboy. I want to be on the other side, so I can help people out. And if people want to make movies, or people want to know about acting, I have a lot of experience in that. I got to start showing it now, more on my social medias, and more on my just my journey, my life journey, And I'm kind of a side warrior here. I got into some not real actual battles, but like life battles, and learning how to just kind of get over things and move on, and or how to cope with things, and how to heal, how to deal with loss, how to yeah, I'll do a lot of crap, right? Keep yourself busy. But one thing I did do is I did turn 40, and I told myself I want something for my 40th, and I went and got myself a gift. I'm gonna share it with y'all right now, and that's because I'm sharing it this way, because it's part of the quote of the evening. Oh, hold on, I forgot to upload the photo. Let's see, it might be too much memory. Let's see. Oh no! All right. So the quote of the evening is, "Sure, I hear what people say, but the only opinion I care about are from the fans." Scott's that. From Creed. I grew up, in high school. This band got really big, got real popular when I was like in junior high to high school, and after college, and freaking fell in love with the band. Like, a lot of songs are great. Even now as an adult and having a child and hearing the songs again, they mean more to me. But I told myself, we gotta throw a show for my birthday. We gotta start doing comedy. I kind of want to meet a lot of people, and this is the first time I've ever met a band. I gotta do the sound check and everything. Get to meet Creed. It's pretty cool. It's like I'm happy they came back and toured, you know. It was awesome. Like getting to like hang out with them and just talk to them for a little bit. You don't get this is more the photos like longer than the actual conversation, but it was cool. Check out my boots. My mother still gets me boots. So those are from Mexico. Them's gators. Sweet. Oh yeah, dude. He I say Tremonti, Tremonti. I can't say his name. Mark Tremonti, from Detroit. Yeah, dude. I love Detroit people. I love my Chicago people. Y'all are like some of the down to earth people. He actually talked to me. I was wearing look, check it out. He was like, hey, that's a cool shirt. What brand is that? I go, oh, it's my brand. It's My Manic Mondayz. It's movies and mental health. He goes, oh, that's awesome, man. You do movies? I go, yeah. He was like, he's right next to me. He was like, talking to me, and I was like, oh shit. But I'll tell you this, Kevin. I did not want to fanboy out. I felt it. Yeah, I was like, oh no. I was walking and talking. I was like slowing down. He was trying to have a conversation with me, and I was like, I can't. I want to fanboy out so bad, like in front of everybody. So I just go, no, it's my show. Monday nights, we're here. Cool. It was awesome, man. Yeah, I really do love my Chicago and Detroit people, man. Which is pretty cool too, because I'm finding out that although they're somewhat in the same area, they support each other in a way, sports wise. So I guess proximity. It's like me liking Spurs and 11 Spurs and the Rockets and the Mavericks, so just because they're in Texas teams, I like them. I mean, the Mavs were in the finals last year. They didn't do anything with it, but they were there. They were there, man. Salud. Dude, Creed, that was fun. Like just getting that story and everything, and now like I have a spot on the wall that's kind of an L, and I was like, I need the bottom part of the L, and I was like, oh hey, that thing, cool. Just doing the things that you want to do, even if you don't get what you want out of it or something. You got to go through them, and I think that's what I'm trying to do here. I keep saying once when everything's pick up, it's gonna be harder and harder. It's always hard. It's always gonna be hard. Waking up is going to be hard. Going to sleep is going to be hard. Walking is going to be hard. Running is going to be hard. Jumping is going to be hard. So let's just play life on hard. And then things get easy. Decision making gets easier. Who you spend your time around gets easier. What you do gets easier. Oh, look at that. Start getting momentum. They start figuring it out. Boom, boom. I want just a show and tell for me. I want to be more. Yeah, I met Creed, but like I have to pay for that. I want it to be where Creed wants to meet me now. I'm just saying, like, just keep going. Keep, hopefully, what if I could do a online meet and greet for people to meet Creed? That'd be awesome. I'd be 100% with it. It's momentum, and it's making decisions now though. So I think gardening is something that really, I didn't realize one, I was going to love it a lot, but two, I didn't realize gardening was going to show me, like, I understand why the stock market uses the word terminology they use. It's the same as gardening. Excuse me. Yield, harvest, dividends, interest. You know what I mean? You use the same terminology, and it's green. They made the money green after vegetables, or whatever the Illuminati decide to pick. I don't know. No, but I think what do you call it? Like the card, because it showed me what hard work can put, or just work, just not even hard work. That's another thing. Sometimes you don't have to just show up, and then you'll want to get better. So we've been doing the watering. You get better. You start watering. You start getting, oh, this thing needs water. You start learning to tend to it. I haven't yet done any research. I've been gardening for was what 5 years now, 5 seasons, and or I've done a few different ones, but consistent with 5. And I'm barely starting to look up things because I want to get things a little bit better. I want to do more than just one bam harvest. I want to do, I'm not trying to be like, oh, this guy was a tomato guy. He started growing tomatoes and now he sells them. No, it's a hobby of mine. I like to put my times into things that I enjoy. My grass, I'm trying to get my grass to be badass again. I had perfect grass and then it got damaged by the sun, so I got to learn how to like treat it and take care of it, and that's what I'm doing right now. My grass is like nice. It's nice right now. Like I want to keep it like better. Um, but just things like that. I need to work on my driveway. I need to clear a path to the front door or to the gate. I have a gate in front of my house. So, I don't know. I live in the city. I built a gate. I don't want people knocking on my door. You'd be surprised what a sign can do for you, but you'd be really surprised what a gate and a sign would really, and a camera. Yeah, I gotta protect my own. But what was I trying to say? But just like every day you show up and you gotta tell, because also like think about this. This technically it says 100 Mondays. I missed a lot of days. There's times where I missed like 6 weeks in a row, and I just didn't want to do it anymore. But I just come back. Put it this way: I have to show up 100 times, regardless whether anybody's watching or listening or anybody's taking anything from this. I still showed up 100 times, so no one can say that I didn't show up. So no one can say that, hey, he doesn't do that. No, he does. He shows up. I grew up in a place where people always like deny you or talk bad about you or put you down a lot. So to me, I think this is more of a defense mechanism, but yet I'm learning to play with it, learn to have fun with it, learn to be like, I do this stuff. I do talk about the things I do, which is I'm working on things differently now. I don't want to waste time. I don't want to waste money. I spent $700 on essentially was a 30 to 45 second film one time. And I was like, I can't be doing that. Like I gotta like, because it was a minute film, but 15 seconds of it was like, it was for a competition. It was for a West Craven competition, but I spend $700 on just that. Like, it's like, oh, I gotta be better at this. I gotta figure this out. Spending $780 on a camera for content that you don't have, but you don't know how to create content. So you just got the camera because you had the money and you thought this is the time. It didn't work out. So you figure things out, and there's a lot of things, but I try not to get into debt, and I try not to owe people things. So as much as the content I owe social media or whatever, that's irrelevant to what real life is. You gotta be good. You gotta be loyal to like your word to yourself. So learning to like pay things off. I don't like that stress, owing money. And I have a lot of convention pictures, but like I owed some money to some people, not people, to investors, so now I paid them off. I don't owe them anymore, but I was like, what do you call it? I didn't want to post a lot of my pictures. So I was like, I don't want to post that I'm having fun doing this stuff, and I owe a little money here, owe a little money there. Like I don't want to do that. So now I feel comfortable with it. I feel better because it's just a weird thing, I don't like that, but you just keep going and you learn about yourself. And but also like investors too. I'm like, all right, I've worked with a firm and Klarna well enough where I have over like $8,000. I don't need to borrow money anymore for startup or anything. I'm like, I'm good. A firm is something I think we should talk about. I've noticed from the conventions. I did a firm conventions last year, so I'm still paying them off. And it's not like I'm paying off $20. I'm paying like $230 a month. I want to talk to maybe we could talk to some people about that, because I know other people that have gotten into some debt, and I'm like, well, how much are you in debt? Because you will get out of debt a little bit, and this place will get you more. It's like a credit card. I just prefer this upfront credit card than like you pay for what you borrow, not for like a payment you did like 8 years ago, or like a charge you did 8 years ago. So like learning to deal with things, learning financing. I kind of teach myself everything, so when we do things, we know like at least a little experience, And also like a lot of the stuff I grew up on is either irrelevant or outdated. So I'm learning to like release a lot of that stuff and learn to move forward. 2020 really, it feels like a hard shift. It's like a fork in the road or something, where 2020 really feels like it started something in my head again. I don't know what it did, but because of 2020, I'm here. I would have never done this without that. I didn't know how to go full circle. I was already about to hit an hour. I never knew I could do this. I never knew I could talk to myself for an hour, or at least hold a conversation, minor here and there, like just doing it. I want to do a meme where I show a person talking to themselves, and it says 2024, and they're in the room with the laptop talking to themselves. And I want to say 2024, and I want to show a person talking to himself, and then they're bringing the loony bin and taking him to jail because he's talking to himself. I talk to myself out loud a lot, and I'll say a joke or I'll learn to enunciate something better, and somebody will catch me hearing like in the back of the stores. So they'll be like, "Hey man, why do you talk to yourself?" And I'll be like, "Oh, I'm running dialogue, or I don't know, finding ways to talk to your mother, or finding ways to just feel better." And they're like, "Oh, wait, did you talk about my mom?" Like, too late. It's like I still do those like 90s and 2000. I don't know, not puns, but like do little backhand marks. But it's like I wouldn't. I like doing stuff like that. But it all starts with you. You're the number one. Learn to take care of yourself, and then you can take care of someone else. But I can't believe I heard that. I heard this quote from someone. I guess now when I think about it, yeah, I should make sense. But at the time, I was like, wow, it's a good quote. I'm gonna go by that. When you learn to love yourself, then they say, yeah, when you learn to love yourself, then you'll find the strength to love someone else. And it's like, oh shit, that's cool. So take care of yourself. It doesn't matter what other people think. It's mostly what we think of ourselves when we see ourselves like, ugh. It's like, but we can work around that nowadays with filters and that's fine. We should be happy where we're at, right? And get more forward and challenge ourselves more and do more. So I have 15 Mondays essentially, which I'm probably gonna miss one or two. So let's say there's 12, 13 Mondays from now. If we can do a challenge and just be like, hey, let's try something, start something, write. Let's write. I'm gonna write every day, or for 21 days, I'm gonna do this. Or I can show you, like you can see I'm doing that, right? My consistency to show up. I got a lot of Sly in me. I got a lot of Balboa. Well, it was my uncle Louis's favorite franchise, and he was my favorite uncle. So R.I.P. Uncle Louis. Birthday just passed on Slungo. But my favorite uncle was a cop, which is funny. He was a cop. He was also a sheriff. He was also, I think he did a lot of those jobs on the border. Customs too. He was a customs agent. But did a lot of stuff. He had a vice grip. He was vice grip hands, man. He didn't have to fight you or punch you because he would just hold you somewhere where you couldn't. When I was like 13 years old, we tried to jump him, and he grabbed my rib and held me while he beat my other cousins up, pinching them. But he held me. So he goes, nah, you're not, better. So she'll learn. You'll never do this again. I was like, yeah. He goes, you're the smart one. So I'm going to get you real good ones. I was like, oh my God. And he let it go. And I was like, oh, that hurt so bad. He like grabbed my rib, and he just held me while he was battling the other ones. And they were hurting too. I was just like, ah. But like stuff like that. I know it sounds like a domestic violence, but no, it wasn't. It was love. It's tough love. That's tough love. That's when somebody's like trying to teach you a lesson. They only want to teach you once. So they're going to give it to you like that. Yeah, like I watched Rocky a lot, and honestly, just between you and me, and nobody else out there, I was a big fan of Rocky 5 forever. And I saw all of them, right? I just was like, dude, I like this. Like, I don't know why. I think just the fact that Tommy Gunn was so big, and you had to fight him in the street, in the alley, and he used a little MMA, and I don't know, it's crazy. He did a lot of trick stuff, but I really like that one. It's my guilty pleasure. But Rocky 3 is the best one, I guess. 1, 2, they're all good. So, but you get these fictional characters, and I think about it as I try to think maybe if I have any influencers or influences in my life growing up that I can be like, hey, that person did this, or hey, I do, yeah, I have a few, but when you look at Stallone, you think of this person he created, this character he created, it's universal. It's like you can be Rocky, you can be a boxer, you can be that, or you can learn how to box life, or learn to get through things, or learn. It's a great story. It's a come up, It's a come up story. Yeah, man, that's a good story, man. Rocky V is legit. He is, dude. I love it, man. I love it. Rocky 1. Oscar said it was the best one. Yeah, dude. Rocky's a good story. It's just in general, but there's the thing I love about Rocky is not just the movie, the story, it's how Stallone made it. And then when you start really laying into like his career and how he got to where he got, he'd been trying to do this for a long time. There's a lot of movies that he was a part of, and imagine he already had made like 2 or 3 movies at this time, and he wrote this movie, and they want it, and he can give it up to him, or he can. I mean, Burt Reynolds as Rocky, that'd be good, Burt Reynolds. But I mean, think about it, like he had to say no, and then he wouldn't have made the movie, and it made him, made sequels and whatnot. But you know, I don't know, man. We need a new modern Rocky. Yes, we do. Creed is still Rocky. Yeah. The Stallion. Hey, he was in porn. Yeah, he started in porn. You can start anywhere. Started in podcasting. Started as an online YouTuber, though. But I think now he's on OnlyFans. No, I think yeah, even like that guy was that. Yeah, he was, man. Stallone was in porn. He was in everything. It's like, yeah, put me in that. Put me in this. Put me in that. Oh, Cleveland Steamer. I'll do it. Yeah, when I could reflect on what I've done and what I've talked about nonsense, but what I could do is I could always go back and be like, what was I going through? What was going on through me at this time? Why was, I can do that, and I could look back at an episode, and I actually don't even really go back and look at my episodes. I'm sorry, sorry the story, but your uncle was great to me. Oh no, don't worry about it. Nah, dude, he did that. Like that's why I talk about. Like I've had, like the way I got introduced to Rocky was the same way I got introduced to Star Wars, and it was all at once on like a Sunday afternoon. Just watched all of Rocky 1 through 5. Well, I mean, I've done this multiple times. Watched all of Star Wars 1 through 3, and then, or the original, whatever, 4, 5, 6, and then all of Nightmare on Elm Street, all at one sitting. Friday the 13th, I messed up. I didn't even know. Well, there is some kind of continuity in the beginning, then it just turns into horror, gore porn, which everybody loves, which I love too. But kind of like, I kind of do that. But the story of my uncle was like, you don't know Rocky, and he's like, no, it was Rocky. He's like, oh, come on, sit down. VHS, it was Rocky 1. We're gonna watch Rocky 1. It wasn't until the Balboa starts getting, like, Rocky 3 started being more interesting to me. Rocky 4, all the technology, all the upgrades. That's when I started kind of like focusing more on the story. I was like, wait, where's he getting wait, because he doesn't really talk about, like, he's not like a Floyd Mayweather. He's not like a Conor McGregor. He's not like a braggy guy. He's just a regular dude. And you see that in the movie a lot. You see in the character. He's also human, which I like that they wrote him like that. I mean, other than being on steroids and being all roided out. Nah, instead of being like all like jacked, but like, that's Sylvester Stallone's image of what he thinks like a boxer should look like. All ripped, all muscular, everything they throws hurts, everything you do, How would our let's talk for about, I got about 10 more minutes. I'm already getting ready to go to bed, hit the hay. Because tomorrow we got to work, and then my job, it is what it is. Not gonna complain about it. We're gonna do the work. We're gonna move on, and then we get home tomorrow night. It's gonna be like my basically almost like Friday night. So the kid and I got some stuff to do. So I'm gonna see what he wants to do videos. So I'm giving in. We're gonna shoot videos. He wants to do YouTube videos, and I'm like, I don't want to, but I have to because that's what he wants to do. Because I just feel like, I don't know, I just feel like it's just exploitation in a way for your kid. But he's learning to do things. I was showing him a storyboard today. I was doing a story where we did the slimy booger storyboard. So we're writing the story of the slimy booger. So I was showing him how to do that. So as long as he keeps up with me, I'm fine with that. I'm not really a perfectionist, but I just think things should be done properly. And I don't want to be like, this is the way you do it. And, but he's also going to figure it on his own. I don't know all the stuff. And there's so many ways you can do things. But I want to, but like I said, what would the prototype of today's, what would the Balboa look like today? What would Rocky Balboa, what would the story be? So blue collar, it's got to be blue collar. It's got to be very motivational and inspiring. It's got to keep the character real. Maybe the image doesn't have to be so buff, but can seem like strong, like wiry or tough just by exterior, not like with tattoos or anything, but actually like, you know, showing strengths of excellence, like lifting a car or something. I don't know, not like that. That's too much, but like, you know, being able to climb a rope easy or something, or going jogging like a little bit more than normal. But because, you know, the knowledge that this modern day Rocky would have to be, would know to read the internet, would know to read the articles, would learn to train. Doesn't have any money. So how does somebody that doesn't have any money that wants to be a professional boxer? How would they do it? How would they, you know, where would they start off with? Oh, they probably have family, so they probably live with a family. They don't want to live with their family, so they want to get out of the house. So they want to go study, do something, right? So they know to train. So let's say, oh yeah, you know what? Let's say they've been trained since they're younger, you know. So this is how the story begins. This is how the modern day Rocky starts. You just learn from they're younger. They wanted to get away. Maybe they got bullied and didn't like it, so they learned, or they have a family member that's older that used to be a boxer and they gravitated to them and to train them a little bit. And let's say they did all right. You know, it's like, how would we tell because now we could add so many things to it, because social media, you know, is like the Paul brothers and stuff like that. Like, you know, Mike Tyson's going back and fighting. Like, there's so many things you can do now, you know, celebrity boxing. So it's like, how would you navigate this character to be a real honest character in this, what is supposed to be not complex, but complex life? Like, how do we get this character to you know, to tell this story, right? And I think that's just what it is about. Like with Rocky, like, doesn't matter if it's Rocky telling jokes, Rocky doing surgery, Rocky building a house, Balboa's gonna show up. And that's a good story. That's a good character. That's a really good, just think about it. I know, Jared, you're going walking, but watch a little bit of Rocky before you go on a walk, or just YouTube. Look, I'll show you this real quick. This motivates me when I don't feel like going for a jog. Like, well, I'll show you real quick. Let's see what we can do. Where is it at? All right, here we go. Put that right there. Let's see. You just gotta put Rocky motivational video. Here we go. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Look, watch. All right.
Hello Windows. Tested for extreme. Designed for your home.
Oh, I don't pay for premium.
You know, living with you, it hasn't been.
You know what? I don't want that one. Sorry. Is that music on it?
I know you're gonna have to do almost everything alone up here, but you know I'll be with you. You're the one. You're the one that's gonna keep his spirit alive. You're the one. Now you're gonna have to go through hell. Worse than any nightmare that you ever dreamed. But in the end, I know you'll be the one standing.
Somewhere along the line, you changed. You stopped being you. You let people stick a finger in your face and tell you you're no good. And when things got hard, you started looking for something to blame. Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward.
It looks like Mike Tyson's Punch Out bad. He might some movie, all right?
Go on and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits. And not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you.
You're better than that.
You're better than that. It's your right to listen to your gut. It ain't nobody's right to say no. After you earn the right to be where you want to be and do what you want to do. What's the matter with you? There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow.
37 seconds left in a row.
There is no tomorrow.
Boom. Boom. So this is just one I found. You know, this is by Think Arc, 100,000
That's the
subs.
way I'm made. Can't change what we are. All we can do is just go with what we are.
Adrian! Doesn't motivate you? Find another one. You find another one, you find another one. You know, you just, it's like, I like listening to motivational videos a lot because they do help me get through my days. They do help me want to, like, what do you call it? Just kind of, is this coming in? Hello? All right. Makes me want to just kind of, like, if I'm not feeling like doing something, I'll do it. I'll share I've been crushing a lot right now. I'll share it with you before we go. And I like this listening to this because this one doesn't really have has a little bit of audio, a little bit of someone talking, but for the most part, it's just the sounds. But it gets me moving, motivates me right before I go for my jog. Because when I go for my jog, I'm listening to music like so I just keep pace, keep it going, keep motivating. But when I get to like right before that, I like kind of just drifting off and getting ready for that jog and getting there. But yeah, I'll leave you with this and this because this is. I think this is one of my favorite motivational videos. And I also need to post, and I mean everything I need to post, but I need to post some of my stand-up because what do you call it? Not the jokes themselves, not too much, but the fact that I'm doing it again. Like I was putting motivational videos with all this stuff, and I haven't done it. I like doing that, so. It's not even about finding the time. It's not even about making the time. It's wanting to do it. It's wanting to do this. Sly is the only Rocky in my opinion. I like Dave Goggins a lot. Listening to his books, dude. You like Goggins? Stay on. You know what? I like taking souls. Stay on. I found out Goggins a long time ago, right? Well, his story was great, but I got his voice in my head because I found these motivational videos when I was 26. So the math, 14 years of just listening to these guys. Joe Rogan's a good one too. I listened to the people that took his voice and took his like motivational clips and put them together, and I was like, oh, I knew him from Fear Factor. Then I knew about comedy, but then I didn't know about JRE till like 2001. I didn't really listen to it 2002. I mean 2021, 2022. But dude, yeah, David Goggins is a great inspiration. He's one of the extreme versions, but if you can get there, get your inner Goggins in there. Get your Goggins in there. I'm trying to do an impression of Goggins. I am, because I look at myself and then I have so much Goggin in my head that I look at myself in the mirror. It's like, that's right, mother. You see that flab? That's you. You know what you ate. You know what you did with them Oreos. Oh yeah, you like them. Yeah, keep going. Then you're gonna run. You're gonna run harder, but you're not gonna get anywhere. I gotta do the Goggins to go. Who's gonna carry the law? Who's gonna burn the boats? Who's gonna burn the boats? Burn the boats, who's gonna carry the logs? Exactly. So I got one from American Dad, but I kind of did it's kind of a mixture of both. But it doesn't matter how the fruit cart gets to the top of the hill. It just matters that the fruit cart makes it to the top, and it means to say that there's people to sell at the top of the hill. Yeah, Goggins is a motivational one. I like Zig Ziglar. I like Tony Robbins is good. He's good. Also like oh shit, Eric Thomas. Who's some other? There's so many. I got a lot. Les Brown. Jim Rohn. I like Jim Rohn a lot. Jim Rohn is a good one. You get a chance to the Jim Rohn. Who else? There's just a lot. There's a lot of good motivational speakers out there. Just find whichever one you like. There's females. A lot of females too. Yeah. I don't got off the top of my head, but you can find some. I think it's about your mind, your mindset. You go to bed listening to something good. You go to bed listening to something. Wake up and listening to it. Or like also, I think if you wake up and just get all that nasty shit out your system right away, and then you're like, okay, I'm not doing that again. But I don't do that anymore. I used to do that when I was in my 20s, just to kind of get my mind going. But now I'm kind of more like, no, let's just go. Yesterday, okay, I'll leave you with. I like this one. My stand-up is including a very, very good saying. Yesterday was history. Tomorrow's a mystery, but today is a gift. That's why it's called the present. Master Uwe, Kung Fu Panda. Kung Fu Panda. All right, so check this one out. This is the one I've been listening to a lot. This is that was Sam Silik, or what his name is? What's his name? Yeah, Sulik. Sam Sulik.
And this is when you got to do it, when nobody's watching. I guess I'm a little bit. I guess I can't really say that anymore. You're always fucking watching. So I'm a little bit blessed in that sense. I'm never really alone when I'm lifting. But in all honesty, I mean, that's where you really got to push it. I've said this before. If you can't have a good lift without your buddies or, you know, a bunch of other guys hyping you up, then I don't know, like, to an extent, I want to say, like, you know, how bad do you want it? You know, if it's just you, don't worry. These lifts add up. You will fucking get something out of it. And not just like something to show off to other people either. I was thinking this to myself, just if you kind of try to self-analyze your own motivators, what do you think is pushing you harder? To impress other people or to impress yourself? I'm not a fucking psychologist, so I can't really get into it too much deeper than that, but just something to think about, you know? Just something to freaking think about.
Then he's done talking, and now it's just the song, just the vibe. So I use this as like a when I'm thinking clarity. What's to get out of my head? What get out of my head? What do I want to focus on? Whatever I focus on, that's what's going to lead my day. What kind of attitude do I want to go? Like I do stuff like this when I'm motivating. When I'm meditating. But I like this. There's no real like and this kid, I mean, I don't know. This kid like juices or whatever. I mean, look at him right here. Natty or not, I don't know what these gym guys are trying to prove or not. But you know, I think listening to something like that, because also I do love that. I got a quick story, but you know, I have a friend that I caught him in his room jamming out to the Star Wars final, and we're in college. We're like 21, maybe 20 years old. And I'm not the guy to laugh at you. I'm not the guy to be like, I've been caught doing a lot of things. I was just kind of like, what are you doing? Like, are you listening to Star Wars? He goes, yeah, Jonathan Williams. I was like, oh, I actually like that. You mind if I sit with you? He's like, no. So we sat down, listened to the whole track, the whole album. It was like a Saturday, listening to it from like 2 to 4, something like that. But I remember just sitting there being like, not even smoking. They're not chilling, just, oh man, this is badass. And he's like, do you like this? That's this. You know what instrument that is? And you know, breaking it down for me, and I was like, "Oh wow, that's cool! Like, that's how this orchestra works, huh? Oh shit, I didn't know that's layered." But you find a lot of that in the movies. You know, you find a lot of that quality in that stuff, and it really gets to the point where you're like, "Wow, look at this! This is amazing!" Like, you can put all this together. So that's kind of where I'm at in life. Where I'm like, I want to show the art of that, but same time, I want to be human. At the same time, it's just a lot. I don't know. I don't know. You can say it all you want and complain, but you still got to get it done, right? David Goggins is a good motivational speaker. Just his story alone, it's super inspiring. But you know, 100 episodes is 100 episodes. So that's why I kind of look at comedy, and maybe that's why other people look at it like a workout, because it is. Because even like in that motivational video, what Sam said, he said, you know, the lifts you start living for yourself, the lifts start adding up, they start working out. And I got tonight, you know, you have that moment. I woke up and I was like, oh my God, it's already 6:45. I had to be there at 6:30. People start showing up there at 7, and I don't want to go in the middle. I got to go either one or the end. And I was like, oh, instead of getting mad, I just said, you know what? I don't have to go. I'm here. We're here. It's football. What I don't have to. And then I looked at the clock. And I was like, you know what? I want to. I need to. I want to. I can't miss a day. I can't. I already suck. I gotta get better. I can't. You can't. You only get good by going. And I went and I didn't bomb. I didn't. It was a mid. It was not even. I mean, it was a low. There's nobody really in there. Like 4 or 5 people, and the 4 or 5 people I just had to kind of entertain to them. I know who they were, so I just kind of catered to them a little bit. But you know, you have to go through it. You have to put the time in. You know, it's like somebody tells you they're a bodybuilder and they look like me. It's like, okay, really, dude? You know, it's like, no, like you can't say, but if somebody tells like me, tells you I play in a band or I'm a comedian, you can be like, all right, I believe one of those. Or should I believe both of them? You know? So it just depends, you know, like it depends like as an actor or whatnot, but it depends like, you know, for me level up. And I'm just right now, we're just going through it. Like we're just going through we're carving out right now time and stuff. So it's not really like I don't know where to go with this. We're just going. We're just going forward. And if I can help motivate you people, you know, you my friends are here. If I help motivate you, and that being like something you want to be, or maybe giving a try something you never thought of, because it's really easy for me to give you to connect the dots to do open mics and stand up. I can help you out with that. That's super simple. It's easy for me to talk to you about movies, make a movie, do whatever. I can do that. What I can't do is, you know, change your attitude. I can't change your vision. I can't change your hearing. I'm not trying to. All I can do is just be my best version of me so you can understand me at this point in my life. Because let's face it, you know, it's just a lot of bad content out there right now. We got to get better. Come on. This is we're the groundbreaking. This is it. This is how it works. Because whenever we move up, I'll move up together. You know, the time goes like that. So we're able to do good, show good content and talk about good things, and we'll be able to see other things, you know. And that's why I think modern day Rockies needs to be made. I'm sold on it. It's got to be made because there's people that need a lot of there's a lot of people that need that motivation. If it weren't for you, I would not be watching. There's a joke in there, Kevin. That's a joke. Thank you, though. Thank you. That's a funny joke in there. There's a funny joke in there. Thank you. Hey, thanks for the good show, man. 101, here we are. Thank you. And thank you, Jared, man. I appreciate you sharing all the I saw that. I need to be more active in the socials, and I went into the shop, and it's like he basically had plastered the side of the wall with all the episodes. So it looks really cool. Visually, I could draw it out and I can show you. So I appreciate you, man. Thank you, man. You too, Kevin. Kevin's been honest with us here. Still haven't seen that movie recommended. I need to go back. I need to watch it. I got Dragon Ball Z in the queue. I want to watch Dexter. We're a Big Brother right now. We're a Big Brother what do you call it? Household here. So I'm current with Big Brother. I never was a Big Brother fan. You meet a shorty, and then she's like, "I watch Big Brother. Now you watch Big Brother." And you're like, "I don't watch reality TV." And she goes, "I'm the captain now." And you're like, "All right, Big Brother it is." And then just like anything, you're 6 episodes in, you're like, "Oh no, they're not gonna make it to the house." What? Much love, homies. Yeah, Kevin, much love. Thank you, man. We're here for each other, even though we're all dispersed. You know what? I'm looking at us like I'm not trying to go for that billion followers stuff. I'm not. I want to have a network where we all can connect. And I'm the captain now. You talk about that weeks ago. You was talking about no hoes. This is good, man. You don't need that stress. It's just like it's like you know they say God. If you want to make God laugh, make a plan. If you want to make a that's I don't know how to make this as a joke yet, but I know if you want to make a girl laugh, tell her about your plan. She'll crumble it. So I don't know. It's the whole thing, but God, that's how jokes work. You just figure them out. But yeah, we'll we'll go another minute or two, and then we'll get out of here. Didn't mean to hold you extra. Just kind of I should be a milestone, but I'm looking at it as like we got more to cover. We got to keep going. I'm just happy I did this. I'm looking at it as every Monday, like it's coming. I'm looking at this now. I can see Monday coming up over here. I can see the next Monday. I can see the third Monday. I can look into the future. So I'm like, okay, but only at a certain path, only into this path, only because it's only a path I carved. So I know that we can do this. I know that I can kind of do a Monday Night Football, depending on where the game's at, depending who's available, depending how the season's going. Kind of predict a little bit, not really, but that's why I know about this show. So I know when we're doing certain things, like on Thursday nights, I'm doing the football thing. I didn't do it this Thursday because I missed the meet and greet for Napoleon. I did a meet and greet Napoleon Dynamite, but I missed it. It's a long story, but pay $150 to get nothing. That's my fault. Nobody's fault but my own. I didn't read the email. But what do you call it? If you I fucking forgot what I was saying. Anyways, let's end it here. I think 100 episodes is awesome, but I would like for us to get to 101, get to 200. Let's see what I can do with this thing. I'm starting to see that you showing up. So I was saying it's like 300, but I'm also seeing it as like we're the so far the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Also, we're kind of doing the assembling, but different. Everybody's kind of tired of that. I love it, but let's see. Also, what was I going with that one? I was saying the other one. What's the other one? There's 300, and then there's oh my god, just had it in my head. Ghostbusters for now. Let's go Ghostbusters now. But we have this space here, and Kevin, thank you for sharing. Jared, thank you for sharing. Brian, I know you're gonna watch this, so thank you for always hanging out. It's just something that that I'm really more and more comfortable being myself too, because I got you guys here. When I come over here and I talk to you, like once you start seeing my comedy, if you're still hanging around with me after that, then we'll be able to like talk about it and stuff. I'm gonna wait till like to close that year mark before I start. I'm understanding a little bit better. I don't know if I'm good or not, but I know I can tell that I can tell jokes. I can see it in myself that I can tell jokes. But I understand I've done it bad enough that now I understand how to look for oh, that looks bad, go this way. Oh, okay, no. Oh, here we are. Stay here. Like I'm learning how to communicate it, even today, like even if I have to take a drink in my hand, like placebo, that makes me feel more comfortable now. But thank you everybody. This is 100 episodes. You just show up and you just talk about your day, your week, and talk about your experiences, and it's like show and tell. I'm doing something I got introduced. This is one of the first things I ever got. It's like life is just going in loops and circles, and this is one of the first things I was taught when I first went to school was show and tell, and this is what I'm doing now. Like I've been doing this. I should have never stopped doing show and tell. Anyways, but all right, everybody, I'm gonna hang up. But thank you for coming by. We'll see you next week. I have regular week, so hopefully we can get some stories done. I'm learning a little bit easier way to tell a story and make a little short video for YouTube. I can do little shorts like that. It's like I said, that I'm freeing up a lot of space on the computer right now. So let's just keep going through this and make more space for the computer. And that way I hear it overworking all the time. So I'm trying not to do that. I don't want to mess it up. But all right, everybody, you have a good night. Thank you for hanging out. It was episode 100. We'll do 101 next week. And yeah,